Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This isn't a boxing video. I wanted to jump off the back of shout out to PunshDrunk Boxing. He's been making a lot of videos recently about this Garcia situation, and I wanted to jump off the back of it because it's important to talk about it. It's important to not be silent in these evil times that we live in. And I know people might not understand what I'm talking about, but there's a lot of dark energy happening right now in not just America, but especially in the West. There's evil seeping in. It has been for a while, but this poor kid is getting smeared a lot, you know, and they're coming after him. And to have somebody silence their belief, basically, you know. And I remember about 2 or 3 years ago on Twitter, he posted something about God, and the tweets got blocked, or he got his whole account deleted or something like that. And that's dark, you know, in a time where speech is being curtailed more than ever in our lifetime. It's important to for us to actually say some stuff, you know, just go, hold on, create awareness. And if you don't know what I'm talking about and you're not interested, and maybe I'll lose some subs, maybe I'll gain some subs, I'm not really interested at this point. I just want to speak my truth on this subject, because the level of indoctrination that these children are facing right now is quite shocking. And you won't know about it because they're not going to talk about it on the media, because, well, they control the media. They're just going to come after anybody that has a voice or a platform and that represents God, right? And if you're wondering if I do, now I'm a spiritual guy, right? I am. So I'm an agnostic. I definitely don't not believe, but, you know, but I'm also a person who speaks on truth. And when right is right and wrong is wrong, that's as simple as that. It's not right and left, it's right and wrong. And there's a lot of wrong stuff going on in the world right now. And for us to just turn a blind eye is the worst thing anybody can do, because that just leads to more tyranny at the end of the day. But I know some people on this channel might wonder why on earth I'm commenting on this. It is what it is. Like I said, there's a lot of evil happening in the world today. There really is, and we need to stand up to it a little bit. And you know, I could get this whole channel deleted because of stuff I'm saying on here. That's how messed up things are. The censorship is out of control. The shadow banning is out of control. And you know, I've already been cancelled twice in the last 3 years, to be honest with you, just for speaking on something that I believed was true and I believed was my truth. So it is what it is. I'm still recovering from it, to be honest, but I'm going to keep pushing on. But I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I was just, you know, not chiming in and trying to say, create some kind of awareness and just sit on the sidelines and just act like none of this is going on. Because there's a lot of evil happening, as I mentioned, and Garcia is exposing it, or he's trying to, okay? And Teo Lopez as well. And I'll leave a link to that Punch Drunk interview, and you can decipher it yourself and just listen to what these guys are saying, because it's the professional athletes or people that, you know, forget about celebrities. They're all bought and paid for, but professional athletes that actually have their own, that have some integrity and do decide to talk out, they get targeted and try to get deleted and blocked and basically cancelled. And that's why it shuts people down, because it's so many people are terrified to even say anything, you know. And that's tyranny, just so you know, all right? And it's not just happening by chance, okay? This isn't just accidentally happening. And if you're really, at this point, you're not sure about what I'm talking about, this is probably the wrong channel for you. I'm probably not the right person that you want to be watching, because, you know, you need to wake up. I'll just say that. You need to wake up and understand that there's some serious shit going on. So, anyway, big up to Teo. Big up to Ryan Garcia. You know, I hope they keep fighting their fight. They've got one hell of a fight on their hands, because, you know, the establishment, when they come for people, man, they don't play fair. You've seen that time and time again. When there's a smear campaign going on, then you know why are they, you know, look at the people that are actually starting the smear campaign, you know. They do it all the time. They've been doing it, and now it's just coming out in the open more. But the more awareness we create, the more consciousness us human beings spiritually are on the right side of history, the better. And I'm reaching out to anyone that's watching this. Leave a comment and let me know so we can. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say, because we are living in very dark times right now. It's time to dig in and really fight. And the only way we can fight right now, some of us, is just through little things like this, or in real life, when if you're quiet and someone starts speaking about some of the evil going on, then you're part of the problem at the end of the day. So it is what it is. It's a spiritual warfare going on right now. Big up to Teo, big up to Ryan Garcia, big up to PunshDrunk. But there's a couple of other athletes that have actually stuck their neck out in the past 2 or 3 years, but you know, not many. But the tide will turn eventually, and you know, the good will prevail, because it's just evil like this can't keep going on, because it's only going to go one way, and that's down. All right, I'm out.
It's pretty fucked up, man. It really is. It's a fucked up world we live in, guys. However, I'm not in fear of my life. I'll say that. But I am. If we want to be logistic and legal, I am always terrified and in fear of my life. Let's just keep it that way.
Is that now because you have a son, and now
more so than ever? Yeah, more so than ever, because I need him to. He's in that next generation that they're trying to sabotage and brainwash into believing that the LGBTQ and all that is the right way to go. People are just having gender mixtures, emotions. That's all it is. You know, of course,
society trying to eliminate God. Society trying to eliminate God little by little. And when they hear you talk about God, that's when they be like, what's he saying? What's he saying? Because they don't want you to mention God.
The global industry of human trafficking, including child sex trafficking, is estimated to be worth $150 billion annually. That's crazy. I mean, it's about time we start paying attention for the children. Where we live, where I live, the U.S. is the #1 nation in the world for consuming child sex material.
Jesus said it best. He said to his disciples, he said they hated me before they hated you. In the scriptures and everything, they even show and they talk about and when they decided a guy that raped kids, women, murdered people, and then they had Jesus, who didn't do anything but give the word of his almighty Father, his Father, and was spreading love and showing them his own true magic that he has. That's not magic, but his true powers that it be.
Yeah.
And they chose the rapist. They chose the guy that does murder over Jesus.
Yep.
To get him something like that. To get him condemned. To have him condemned. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we live in hell.
I want to give a personal shout out to Ryan Garcia and Teo and Lopez, because they got the guts and the cojones and the testicular fortitude to say what many of their precision is scared to say. It's unfortunate that a lot of people want to call these guys crazy, mentally unstable, and things of that nature when they're trying to expose things like what they was talking about. We know there's a problem in this society. We know they try to push God aside and let more evilness in our society, in our children's lives, in our children's schools, and things of that nature, in our community. But we want to call these people crazy. Every time when somebody want to expose the weird stuff that goes on in society, we want to call them crazy, whether it's Ryan Garcia, whether it's Teo and Lopez in boxing. And I think that both of these guys have the cojones and the balls to say things that a lot of people are scared to say in boxing and in the industry.